Hey everybody, Josh here with my review of my top 10 Godzilla movies of all time. Watch and enjoy. Been a fan since I was about 5 years old. Number 1 on my list would have to be number 10 would be Godzilla Tokyo SOS, which is the 27th Japanese Godzilla film. This film is pretty awesome despite being slightly repetitive, but then again, no one complains about Spider-Man having to say Mary Jane 3 times, so valid point to me. The film is beautifully shot. Director Masaki Tezuka knows what he's doing pretty much all the time. And the best reason I like this movie is that there's so many homages to Mothra vs. Godzilla, the original Godzilla, Terror of Mechagodzilla. It's a really great tribute to the past directors like Ishiro Honda and the like. Number 9, of course, Destroy All Monsters. This is my Region 2 DVD of it. This is just awesome. This is what Final War should have been. This all the Godzilla monsters at the time fighting one humongous epic battle with King Ghidorah. Plus, it's a nice conclusion to the Showa series, really, because it takes place in the future, and King Ghidorah actually dies. Almost my favorite Showa film, almost. Number 8, GMK. In my opinion, the best Millennium film out there. There's a total of 6, but this is just number 1 by far. Godzilla that is most top evil, and the majority of the effects look pretty damn awesome, including all the monsters. The only thing I didn't like about this one was maybe King Ghidorah and Mothra's size compared to Godzilla's. It was smaller and less imposing, but overall the atmosphere is just great. I just love this movie. Number 7 would be the classic Ghidorah Three-Headed Monster. It's my classic media DVD. This movie is just awesome, either dubbed version or Japanese version, because it introduces King Ghidorah. Plus, at the time, the most epic battle of 4 monsters all coming together for one epic battle. Pretty damn awesome. Ishiro Honda's finest work, really. Great effects. The score by Kifukube is just damn stunning. Love this film. Had it when I was a VHS tape. Glad I have it now on DVD. This is number 6, I believe. Terror of Mechagodzilla. I just recently saw this probably not even a year ago. I was searching for it so badly, and I found they had it this edition. I just had to have it, and this movie is awesome. It's probably the best Godzilla movie from the 70s era. When Yuji was John Fukuda, ruining them with the campiness and stock footage and corny music, but this is awesome. The return of Ishiro Honda and Akira Ifukube. Who doesn't want to see that, It's just awesome. Plus, cinematography is pretty good, and it's kind of short compared to some of the other ones that Honda did, but it was kind of the time, It was Godzilla was in the pits at that time, but it still pretty stands out to me. I love it. Pretty dark, too. Number 5. You had to know this was coming. Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla, or technically Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla 2. This is my Region 2 DVD, which is beautiful, by the way. My God, I love this movie. Godzilla, Rodan, and Mechagodzilla is my most favorite monsters coming together under director, I believe, Tako Arawara. Now, this movie is awesome because there's so much plot to it. The human characters are pretty funny and pretty damn entertaining throughout. Godzilla looks awesome. The music is just epic. Akira Ifukube, thank you. Rest in peace. And my God, what else can I say? Everyone's brought to perfection. And baby Godzilla, he looks pretty damn awesome too. Manila, or Minya as he's called, atrocious. I never really liked any movies with him. Some of them are pretty good though. Number 4, may surprise you, Godzilla vs. Biollante. This is the first sequel of the Heisei era. Came out 5 years after Return of Godzilla, and I don't think many people have seen this one, or if you're a fan, obviously, but if you're just begging into Godzilla saga, you probably haven't seen this one yet, because it's so hard to find. You cannot get this on Region, you can't get this on Sony, or TriStar, or Classic Media. Only from Toho directly can you get this on DVD. And I love this one because the atmosphere is dark, so is the lighting, the cinematography was great. Kazuki Amori directing and writing. This movie, Biollante, is pretty awesome. The music is not Ifukube, but it's just, I love it. Sweet, dark. Sometimes it could use more serious music, but overall I like it. Number 3, Awesome. Mothra vs. Godzilla. This movie is epic. It's my third favorite for a reason. I mean, this is just Godzilla at his most maximum maniacal nature of the Showa era, at least from the original film. Godzilla looks epic. My most favorite version of Godzilla ever, really. Mothra looks probably the best she looked ever in the Showa era, even the Heisei era. Millennium she looked pretty good, but here is just awesome, and the movements are realistic. You have to appreciate the effects of this movie from 1964, which is really just one of Honda's best films ever. And that's what went up against Gojira and Rodan and the like. And as you know, the human characters are pretty involved in this movie. Has some very strong moral things, which I love about it. And overall, should be pretty entertaining. Plenty of action, drama, all the good stuff. Plus, Ifukube. Number 2. In case you didn't know, this is the best Heisei film out there. Almost the best Godzilla film. Godzilla vs. Destroyer, or Destroyer, as James says in his review. But this movie, the final Heisei film, is just awesome. My Region 2 DVD, obviously, I hated the dubbing on the Sony TriStar. Godzilla cease. Godzilla dies in Japanese. This movie is epic. The tragedy is just, you won't believe, unless if you've seen it, you know what I'm talking about. Junior looks badass. Burning Godzilla, he's called, looks incredibly badass, and Destroyer looks like the goddamn devil. But yes, it's just pretty fucking epic. Cinematography was great. The music was heart-pounding and tragic. You gotta love the Godzilla Requiem theme. It's on my iPod. You know the business. Plus, it ties up loose ends with the original, you know. It pays homage to it, which is definitely awesome. And plus, Destroyer looks badass in all his forms. The only thing I didn't like was the little alien wannabe segment. What wasn't too bad, because they really looked that similar, just a double jaw, basically. But it just wasn't enough violence in there for me, not to sound like I was depending on that, but it seemed kind of kiddish almost, the way they were just, I don't know, ramming the soldiers and the like. But the car scene, that makes up for it, definitely. Love that scene. And number 1, Gojira. If there's a Godzilla film you like more than Gojira, it's because you're either a young fan or you're just retarded. I mean, excuse my language, this movie is the best, not one of the best movies of all time. And as you can see, it's my classic media version of the original Japanese masterpiece. Thank you, God, Classic Media, for providing it, because I had not seen it till it was released like this. I wish I'd seen this in theaters, but it was a limited release, so it wasn't really out in like Paris, California. But this is just epic. There's so much realism in this movie, so much nuclear holocaust. Like, it seems like a whole allegory, you know? Like, this film is just epic. The characters are very well brought through. Cinematography is dark, stunning, and threatening, and Gojira looks awesome in this movie. I love the eyes, I love the look of the sails, the epic tail. I just basically never get tired of this movie. The score by Ifukube is just... If you haven't listened to it, it's not on your iPod, then I don't know, you're not a real Godzilla fan, because that music is just to die for. But yeah, obviously Gojira is number 1, always will be. Nothing will ever top it. And yeah, it's my top 10 Godzilla movies from a long-time hardcore G fan. One thing I wanted to add to this review is that I really wanted to put, for number 11, I wanted to put The Return of Godzilla, but only the Japanese edition. The American version is pretty bad. I really don't like it, but if you see the Japanese uncut version, it will just change your whole perspective on the whole movie itself. This is Josh signing out. Long live the King.